What's going on? It's Chris. I'm just out here on my morning walk, and today is my first day after the 75 hard challenge. So, the biggest things I got out of the 75 hard challenge are I lost a little bit of weight, but I wasn't super big already, but I did have about 18 pounds that I did shed, which is awesome. I'm 6'2", and I was in decent shape, but I definitely was carrying a little extra, and even a little extra on top of that because of COVID. So I shed that. One of the big things about the 75 hard is that there is a diet that you choose that you have to stick to. Part of mine gave up all dairy, so no pizza, no cheese, no milk, no butter. And that actually had a really positive impact on me in terms of energy, a little less sluggish after meals. I felt more refreshed when I woke up. I think honestly my digestion was working a lot less hard without dairy. It's debatable. As we age and consuming another animal's milk or whatever, I don't know. I wanted to try it out. I've kind of suspected for a while that I might have, I wouldn't necessarily call it an allergy, but maybe just a developing intolerance. So that was awesome. And then the other one was that my sleep got way better, which is one of the super skills. So that started compounding in such a way that, I woke up with more energy. I went to bed easier. My mood was better. My productivity and my focus was higher. So of everything, the sleep improvements were probably the best. So I want to give a shout out to one of my business mentors. His name's Dan Martell. He went first on the 75 hard. He inspired me to do it. And what's cool is some other people I know in my circle have since gone on to do the 75 hard as well. So I think it sends a really positive ripple of just improvement out into the world when you do that. So big shout out to Dan, and you've helped more people than you realize with that. So thanks for your leadership there. Couple things too, if you're thinking about doing the 75 hard. Yeah, I talked about weight loss and all that kind of stuff, and my skin got a little, better without the all the dairy and whatnot. But I think that it's a mental toughness challenge more than it is like a weight loss challenge or a fitness challenge. So sticking to it for 75 days, just to tell you a little story, last night, I'm hiring an executive position in my team. I had a bunch of meetings. I'm getting ready to go do what I call a founder retreat, where I get out of town by myself for a couple days. I'm a tech entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of a LMS software company, and this time of year I go off by myself, and I do a lot of strategic thinking about life and business, and kind of get into the big picture strategy mode. It's an awesome process I learned from my friend Sherry Walling. But anyways, that means I got to get a bunch done before I leave town on Monday for my founder retreat. And so basically yesterday, day 75 of the 75-day hard, and we're remodeling our kitchen, and we're getting solar panels installed on our house yesterday. So there's just tons going on. I come in, I eat dinner, then I got to go to Home Depot to get a bunch of lumber for our remodel project before they close. And I get back to my house the last day of the 75 hard, so I needed to do another workout. And I'm an early to bed kind of guy, so I had to do my last second workout at 10:30 at night, which is pretty late for me, but I got it done. There's no way I was not going to do that on the last day of the 75 hard. And that's more of an example of the mental toughness part of it, more than the actual fitness part of it or health, which is super cool. Because what does mental toughness means? What does it mean? Well, as an entrepreneur, We're constantly doing strategies, we're setting goals, we're leading by example. You know, we're responsible for the vision of the company, we're responsible for the team, you know, and the leadership of the team, which is gonna, you know, they're gonna look at us a lot as leaders, even if you're not the founder or whatever. What if you're in a leadership position? You're always on stage and people are watching. And leadership is mostly about action. What you say is important, but you know, the 80-20 of it, it's all about what you do. And then you got to make some money. If you're a business person, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the reps and sets and do the strategy, execute it, lead down the chain of command in your team and all that stuff. So the cool thing about having a high level of mental toughness is your integrity with yourself. That's the biggest takeaway of this whole thing is we all set goals. You know, we're about to go to New Year's. People set goals and a large percentage will not complete them, and that's okay. We're humans, we're imperfect. But if you make a commitment to other people, that's one thing. But when you make it to yourself and you set a personal goal, there's a level of trust and integrity that you have with yourself. And we break that trust a lot. You know, whether that's something we're gonna do to be better in our relationships, or set a health goal of some kind, or set business goals that we can control, like doing certain projects or putting in the work or starting new routines and so on. But that's the biggest takeaway. 75 Hard is a mental toughness challenge. It's not so much just a fitness challenge, even though you get those results as well. So my biggest takeaway 75 days later is I'm in more integrity with myself, and I have more trust in myself, in my ability to commit and execute and lock in routines that support my personal and professional goals. So that's it. That's what's up for the 75 Hard for me and my journey. Again, shout out to Dan Martell for inspiring me there. Go check out his YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet. And you know, as we go into the new year and in these uncertain times, I highly recommend it. It'll sharpen, you know, your head. It'll sharpen your health. And it's really, you know, it's an internal challenge more than it is like a social challenge or something like that. But I can't speak enough for the, you know, integrity gains that you have with yourself that, you know, when you successfully execute it. So that's it. 75 Hard. And yeah, think about that for your New Year's. If I could just leave you with something, if you thought about, you know, doing a challenge to make your life better in some way, you got to be mentally strong. You got to be able to do the little things every day, and you know, set routines that are going to support you, get rid of stuff that doesn't support you, and so on. So I'm Chris from Lifter LMS. I'm gonna get back to my morning exercise in the woods here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and wishing you all the best in 2021. Take care.